Module 9 is about inflation. We've covered the monetary system, and it's important to understand the monetary system because you got to know how that system works and how it creates and destroys money. Multiple deposit creation and or destruction if you're going the other way, like with the Great Depression. Money was being destroyed, and we've had one of the biggest downturns we've ever had. So um, I guess it's the biggest downturn we ever had, except for this with the pandemic. That has well, that was a little different though. That was completely had nothing to do with economics. I mean that was I guess that's a whole different category. That's just something that hit us and we shut down. Uh, anyway, uh, inflation. It's real simple. Countries that have high money growth rates have high inflation rates. Countries with low money growth rates have low inflation rates. So it's a tightrope. You've got to have high enough money growth to accommodate economic growth. If money's not growing fast enough, it's going to act as kind of some friction, kind of holding it back. But if money grows too fast, more than what economic growth requires, you're going to have increase in prices. So, well, what we got here? Oh, a couple of videos. One here on the Federal Reserve kind of talks about we're walking that tightrope. The money supply is controlled by the Federal Reserve Bank, and again, too much money, inflation, not enough money, sluggish economic growth. So you got to find that magic spot. And here's a good one, an oldie but goodie. Milton Friedman, famous Nobel Prize winning monetarist, economist, monetary economics was his specialty, talks about inflation and how you cure it. It's something that we don't hear too much about these days because we haven't really had inflation. Very low, and that's because the Federal Reserve Bank has done a great job. It took a long time, actually, for them to learn how to do it, but at least they don't let inflation get out of control these days. Um, anyway, so that stuff that was really headline news back in the 70s and early 80s, um, it's a very important function of the Federal Reserve, but it's been so long since we really had it. It's been an issue that we almost forget about it. But believe me, if it came back in a big way, we would not be forgetting about it. So that is pretty much it for that module. We'll see you next time. Next module.